Good day, everyone, and welcome to my vlog. So, today we are diving into the life of a figure who sparked intense debate in the Philippine history. He is Jose Maria Sison, also known as Jama Sison. He was born into a wealthy family. However, he chose a different path, leading the Communist Party of the Philippines and its arm wing, the New People's Army. His story is a complex, filled with conflict, losses, and unwavering ideology. Was he a champion against oppression or a disruptive force's obstruction of peace? So, in this video, we will find it out. So now, let us explore! From privilege to protest, early life and political awakening. Jose Maria Canlas Sison, also known as Jama Sison. He was born on February 8, 1939 in Cabugao, Ilocos Sur. He came from a family with a political influence, well-known name, and a wealthy family. He studied at top schools like Colegio de San Juan de Ladran, Ateneo de Manila, and University of the Philippines. During that time, University of the Philippines, or the UP, was a breeding ground for a political thoughts. Despite his privileged background, Sison became critical of the system. He founded the Student Cultural Association of UP, which became a hub for Marxist study. This was his transformation from a life of a privilege to a commitment to radical change. The founding of a revolution, the CPP and NPA. Jose Maria Sison's revolutionary journey took off in the 60s. He joined a pro-Soviet party but broke away due to the ideological differences embracing Maoism. So, in the 1968, he reestablished the Communist Party of the Philippines, and in 1969, with Bernabe Buscaino, he co-founded the New People's Army. So, the NPA used Mao's tactics, aiming to mobilize the rural support. When Marcos declared martial law in 1972, the movement grew, attracting activists and students. By the 80s, the NPA had a significant presence. The ideological cornerstone, writings and philosophy. Jose Maria Canlas Sison became the revolutionary movement's main theorist. His key work, Philippine Society and Revolution during 1970, became the movement's guiding text, applying the Mao's principle to analyze the Philippines as semi-colonial and semi-feudal, subject to the United States imperialism, unequal land distribution, and bureaucratic corruption. Sison advocated two-stage revolution. First, a people's democratic revolution, led by the CPP to address this issue, followed by the socialist revolution. This systematic analysis offered a compelling framework that resonated with many. Additionally, works such as Struggle for National Democratic and Basic Principle of Marxism and Leninism, a prime further cemented his role as intellectual leader, influencing generations of activists. A life of struggle, imprisonment, and exile. Jose Maria Canlas Sison's revolutionary activities resulted in his capture on November 10, 1977, by the Marcos administration. He endured almost 9 years in the prison, suffering from several physical and psychological abuse, including more than 5 years in solitary confinement. The 1986 People Power Revolution led to his release by President Corazon Aquino as gesture of reconciliation. After an international speaking tour, the Philippine government revoked his passport in the 1988 while he was in the Netherlands, forcing him to exile. He received political asylum in the Netherlands and from his base outreach continued to guide the movement of the chief political consultant for the National Democratic Front of the Philippines or the NDFP during the peace talk. A contested legacy, controversies, and criticism. Jose Maria Callas Sison's legacy is a source of deep division. The United States labeled him as a person who is supporting terrorism in the year of 2002, and the CPP and NPA remains on the list of terrorism. The Philippine government hold him responsible for countless deaths during the insurgency. He faced accusation of murder related to the 1985 purge of suspected informants, which he denied. Critics also fault his unwavering commitment to armed struggle, arguing it prolonged the conflict and hampered peaceful progress. Following his death on December 16, 2022, the Philippine Department National Defense saw him as a symbol of communist movement decline, while the CPP hailed him as the greatest Filipino of the past century. Jose Maria Sison, a revolutionary or a terrorist. The divisive legacy that defines a Philippine debate. Jose Maria Callas Sison's life highlights the power of ideology and the division within the Philippine society. He inspired a long-lasting movement and raised awareness of critical issues. By establishing CPP and NPA, he facilitated decades of armed resistance, raising awareness of land reform, inequality, and foreign influence. His ideas articulated the grievances of marginalized and established a tradition of revolution. However, his legacy is inseparable from the violence and suffering caused by the insurgency he directed. While his supporters view him as a revolutionary who challenged corruption, his detractors remember him as a terrorist who incited civil conflict. Sison's story is a crucial chapter in the Philippine ongoing quest for national identity, lasting peace, and more just society, promoting continued debate about meaning of justice, freedom, and revolution. Was he is a revolutionary or a terrorist? So, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. So, I hope you have learned something in this video, and I am glad that you have arrived here in the end of the lesson. Thank you for watching.